This is the Discover Seward County podcast, where we explore the past, present, and future of Seward County and the people who make it great. Do an intro and then ask that question again.
Oh, for God's sake.
I
have to turn my telephone off.
It's all right.
Can you, Josh? I'm down here at the newspaper, and they got me locked in a room, and I can't get out, Josh. Hey,
everybody, welcome back to the next episode. This episode, whatever number it is, I don't know anymore. Six,
I think.
Of Discover Seward County, the podcast.
How
you guys doing?
I'm good. Actually, I want to know.
What's on your mind, JJ?
I haven't talked to Pat in a little while.
I know.
So I want to know Pat, were you at the fair this weekend?
Hey, yes, I was. I didn't get away too much. First, we went down and we interviewed the carnival folks, CJ and I, because we're on the 4th of July committee.
Right.
And it is so interesting the way carnivals have changed. I can't believe that I'm learning about carnivals.
So they put you in charge, or how'd you get stuck doing that? Like
on one of Clark Holderman's committees.
That'll do it.
See,
yeah.
right there.
That'll do it.
So, and then I got the pleasure of going down and working one evening on a Friday night for the information booth, greeting everybody.
That was fun.
And guess what I did? I gave my little old-fashioned podcast cards out to everybody.
Look at you. See, I fumbled because I went out, and you guys will see that segment in a little bit, but I went out to do my JG on the street, had 2 cards, brought 2 with me. They were gone in the first 5 minutes.
See?
Right? So, Pat.
She's the master marketer here.
Exactly. Ahead of me. I just got my business cards, too. So it says marketing specialist on it.
Oh, yeah.
I think you might have to demote me after that.
It's about the right title, I think.
So what else did you do at the fair? Is that
well over at Liberty House? We kept the sound and stage crew for the Phil Vassar show at Liberty House, and so they weren't there too much. They were down there, but then I had to worry because the attendance was kind of low at his performance, and that worried me because it was superb.
I did, and they had the video screen for the concert. Everything I saw, it looked pretty cool, but yeah. I didn't really know anything about the population. But
yeah, it wasn't very well attended, but it was just great.
It's always pretty cool over there.
That's about the extent of my fair going. I didn't get to any of the exhibits. I'm busy, so.
No, you're a busy lady. That's all right.
What was your fair experience like, JJ?
My fair experience was dressing in all black, head to toe, while it was 98 degrees out, and
good grief.
Doing my JJ on the street. So I had a number of comments from the 4-H ladies like, what are you wearing, JJ? But other than that, I was also texting Pat that I saw that they had the Ferris wheel up, so I was getting kind of excited. I was texting Pat. I'm like, hey, what are you doing tonight? She's like, I'm working greeting booth. I'm busy.
She knows to shut you down real quick.
She kind of gets the drill now. I keep trying.
Can we also make an important distinction? You said you were dressed in black, like head to toe, as though that was like the official podcast uniform. That was a personal choice.
No. That was a JJ Metchke.
Yes.
Wardrobe malfunction choice.
Strategical error.
It's strategic. That's a beautiful way to put it, Pat.
There we go. Yeah.
So how about you? You got kiddos, don't you?
We didn't make it out.
Wow.
We didn't make it out. We had all kinds of family stuff, but it sounds like we missed some. I've seen pictures and stuff.
Yeah, yes.
The carnival stuff looks like it was pretty fun.
It was.
I'm desperately trying to keep my kids from seeing the pictures so they don't complain about missing it.
Why did JJ get to go on the Ferris wheel and I didn't?
It's true. They do look at you as a peer, though.
I look at them as peers as well.
They're 8 and 5.
I think the county fair is still kind of magical. I don't know how long we'll get to have it, but I bet it'll evolve and serve the.
Well, and it's already evolving. I feel like the week early this year kind of not threw off a lot of people, but it was just different. It was just unique because usually we're August and then it's almost school
I know. And I think they were trying to work well with some neighbors, some other towns, so that we didn't cross over. Mm-hmm. And then it happened that they all put theirs on the same date anyway. So anyway.
Right.
There's just so many things going on, which is great. At the same time, it's really easy to miss stuff.
I cannot believe that how fast summer has gone. And I think maybe it's because we've been so busy and everything. But, and I'm not trying to be self-serving here for Liberty House.
You can be self-serving. That's okay.
Can I go ahead and be self-serving?
No, please plug it.
But because, I love history and I love all of our stories here on the prairie. And I have to put in a little extra side story here. Court Krogan got to we were talking about the Blue River Historical District and everything and the stories that happened there. And he wrote a song about the Blue River, and it is so cool. I sat at my little computer and shed a tear or so. It was just, but anyway, taking this time right here between the 4th of July and the county fair and before school starts, I would encourage everybody to maybe take a little bit of my little brown box tours. And I know in 2025 it's ludicrous to have a piece of cardboard and things on paper. We don't look at paper anymore. But you know what it does? And I witnessed it, and I've had folks come back into the store and thank me for putting them together. And it gets folks of all ages, all generations together. The folly hunt has been just magical for young families and their kids going out and hunting. This one is just really good way for maybe 50 and 60-year-old kids to take their parents out and drive, because all they are little maps and stories about driving in rural Seward County. And getting history, and then their folks start telling them stories, and it passes these on.
So one might say it helps someone discover Seward County.
By all means. Bingo.
Got it.
You know what? That's what we're all about.
There you go. Yeah. It's a perfect tie-in. It's not self-serving.
It's the podcast name or something. Took episode 6.
2 months into filming.
We did it.
Well, that's why we call it that.
So what else do we got in this episode?
You get to interview some kids, some 4-H kids.
Yes.
Tell us about that experience.
So I spontaneously went around the fair and shoved a microphone in a bunch of kids' face with the mother's permission, of course. But
I should hope so.
Yeah, that's always important. But yeah, our first segment is we went out to the Heinz out by Staplers. We got to see how their pre-4-H showing goes.
Prep.
Thank you.
Preparation.
They show cows so the county fair is their big weekend.
Oh, exactly. There's generations that have been involved.
And you'll learn more about that in a little bit too. But and then we also have Ann Dobesh coming on. She's a 4-H extension office. I forget her official title. I'll have to ask her.
There you go.
But she's big into 4-H in the community around there, so we'll have discussion about that.
Did you do 4-H as a kid?
I did, actually. Shooting Stars 4-H Club. I got champion runner-up 5 different times in the computer science category, because I'd make like trick shot videos and stuff like that. And it was the same girl every time that beat me, all 5 years.
What was your name? Shout her out.
I'm not going to, because I have put her memory out of my brain.
A little bitter.
She was a little better than me, though, so it was valid.
That's valid. That's good job.
Did you ever do 4-H or anything like that?
No, I grew up like major metropolitan area in
so
the Southwest. So when we moved out here to Nebraska, that was a totally new sort of experience, really? a new thing for me to kind of see and understand. And it's a big part of like the DNA of some of these, of Seward County specifically, but even just in general in the Midwest.
The 4-H organization originated in Bradshaw, Nebraska. And then
no way.
Right next to Seward County, over here in York County.
Amazing. I did not know that.
And then Seward, of course.
I learn something every single time we record, Pat.
I learn something every single time I speak to Pat.
Right.
It's like
but anyway, isn't that interesting? And then I was talking to someone, and they said, yes, that Seward County really picked up on it right away and realized that it was a great thing.
And I think it's apparent in these segments, too, that people are passionate. This is the thing. People are really passionate about this.
It is. Well, it is. That's great.
Did you ever do 4-H?
Yes, I did. We learned to sew, and we learned to bake. I wasn't such a good baker. And
What about today? Are you still not a very good baker? Or did you pick it up?
I'm a superb baker now.
Yes.
Whenever I
That's
do
funny
it.
because you've
like
never
that.
brought us anything to prove it. So
Only when I have to.
Yeah. Do you bake for your guests?
Yes, sometimes. Mostly it's preparing breakfast.
So it's sort of like the house painter's house, right?
Right. So I can't hardly stand to look at breakfast.
Right. Yep. Totally.
I follow your Insta on my burner account, and I've seen your breakfast. You do good work. I've seen it.
Wait, she is posting on Instagram?
Oh yeah, I've been tagging her and stuff.
I thought you hated Instagram.
Well, I do, because I post on it, and then I go, so? And I don't know how to read any of
You
the
just,
responses.
Pat, you just basically described the internet. It's just shouting into the void.
Sure, yeah,
Okay.
I guess so, because I post, and I taught myself how to post on Instagram, and then it automatically goes over to Facebook.
Wow, look at you.
And I can kind of
Cross-posting?
read Facebook a little bit. Instagram, I go,
Most of what you read on Facebook is fake anyway.
Yeah.
So
even I am getting to realize that, and
Yeah.
it's sad.
it is sad.
I agree.
Because it's a good thing, but no, not all the way anymore. So
Well, the other thing we wanted to talk about, maybe a little bit more serious than we normally talk about, but in the wrap up of kind of all the stories that came flooding in from 4th of July, we kind of heard an unfortunate story.
Yeah, that really sucked.
I don't know, Pat, you were the one that brought it to us. Do you want to kind of share the big picture, or do you want me to? It's your call.
well, you can start it off, Joshua. And I did bring my paper, because for me to gather my thoughts, sometimes I have to sit and write.
Yeah.
And so that I can gather them, and then I have to. And I always kind of apologize when I do. Sometimes it goes better if I just read it. So.
You don't have to apologize at all. So sort of like the big picture view is that we heard a story during the parade, and obviously we're going to keep details to a minimum to protect anybody. There was an incident of some racial slurs, of all things, here and being shouted at multiple different occasions at people, at minors, no less. And we all, when we heard the story, were just kind of appalled.
Taken aback.
I think is the word. That this is where, I mean, this is not even just that it's here, it's home, it's Seward County, just in general, that we have as humanity in 2025
Still have these issues some way, somehow.
Yes, we have not progressed past shouting racial slurs at children. I just don't know. And Pat, you're the one that brought it to us, so
I did, and at first I didn't want to say anything.
right. We debated.
And
We did talk about it.
because, but that's kind of our instinct, especially here in Nebraska. Oh, we don't make a fuss. We don't say anything. But this was so hurtful and so shocking to me that people would do that I thought, well, maybe I don't chicken out this time, and maybe we have to start standing up for the right thing, and that, yes, we are all good. I don't know, Josh, is it all right if I read this little piece?
please do.
Okay. And you're right. You're correct. This was after I was telling you folks, the Discover Seward County group, about this. Then it was noted at our wrap-up meeting at the 4th of July that there were racial slurs yelled across the street and everything. And I just was appalled. I couldn't believe it. And so normally we would just say to the next great group is that they were excited to drive down Seward Street, Main Street, USA to celebrate Independence Day. But then an incident. Hecklers yelled out biracial slurs and obscenities at the top of their lungs. And then further on down the route, another incident, and yet a third. This is why we have to respond. The young visitors were at first stunned. Then when they realized what was actually being said, heartbroken and crying. When they had worked their way through the route of the parade, they didn't stay in Seward, Nebraska to visit. They got on the plane and they went home. Whether it was local people yelling obscenities or visitors, shame on you. Folks, this is not the kind of America we want to foster. It truly begs the question, what kind of community environment is developing? And why would anyone even think of saying something in this day and age so awful, aimed at the top of their lungs to someone they don't even know, in public? In over a dozen organized religions, so in other words, worldwide, The focus is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. This is what I ask you all to consider and to stand up for. Kindness and decency. It will take courage. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to say this out loud. I want to believe that somewhere along the way we have been taught a better way to live our lives. To our visitors who were so maliciously and thoughtlessly hurt, our heartfelt apologies and a hope for a better tomorrow. This is why I want to take the time to talk about this directly. Our hope for a better tomorrow as we move forward towards our next celebration of Independence Day. When you act or make your decisions on gossip or a glance, you are the loser. You miss wonderful opportunities to make new friends and share fantastic experiences. And it is regretful for all of us. So
Absolutely.
I gathered my thoughts, and so I put them down. So thanks for letting me share.
Absolutely.
Beautifully written, beautifully stated, and genuinely, it doesn't matter if people are from here, if you're interacting, and people who see this are from Seward County, outside of Seward County, have a connection to it. As humans, we can be better than that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's just, that's a choice.
Yes.
And I think it's important too that we're having this conversation because originally I'll be honest, me personally, I wanted to shove it under the rug.
Exactly. Me too. I didn't.
Something like that happened where I'm from, in a town that I love. Mm-hmm. It's embarrassing. It's sad. It's
mind-boggling. It truly, truly is that people would actually say things out loud like that without thinking.
Right. Yeah. And that's, I think, where it falls on all of us to do that exact same thing and to say, well, this is terrible. Mm-hmm. No one, if you're shouting racial slurs at children, I'm kind of done with you. Like, whether you think whether it was meant as a joke, it's just not funny.
Yeah.
And if it was if that's the outpouring of their heart, it's a wake up call to say that's not the kind of community that any of us want.
Of course, yeah.
And so, but it only happens when you're silent, right? That sort of virus of thinking of action can only be grown in an environment where there is nothing opposing it. Nature abhors a vacuum, right? Like, so if there's nothing, if the positive isn't being brought up, if we're not teaching people, kids and adults alike, that, right, we need to build each other up. We need to take care of each other. Use everything we learned in kindergarten, right? Use kind words, be nice to your neighbors, share. If we stop losing that, something is going to fill that void. And humans have this tendency towards selfishness and impulse and ego that is not helpful for us as a species and as a community.
Thank you. I agree with you. If we can keep reminding ourselves that we're a little bit better than this. We can hang on to the good.
It's okay to set the bar a little bit higher. And if the bar is not shouting slurs at children, I think we can set that bar a little higher than that. Yeah. I think we can clear that. Yeah. So just to echo what Pat said, if whoever those slurs were directed at should hear this, we, on behalf of all of Seward County, are so sorry. Whether that was somebody local or a visitor, it doesn't really matter. That should not be something anyone has to experience. And to the rest of Seward County, we can be better.
There we go.
We can all be better.
And we will.
Amen. Thanks, guys. All right, well, on to the rest of the show.
For me, I moved out there in 2011. And then my husband and I, we bought this place in 2019. The owners they had more horses. And so it wasn't really set up for cattle.
I got you.
And so we have kind of piecemealed things together. And we turned it into where we stall the heifers during the day.
I got you. What's your name?
Logan.
Logan, I'm JJ. Nice to meet you, Logan. Lily, I'm JJ. Nice to meet you guys. You guys already added. What are you guys doing right now? What are you guys
on our heifers?
On the heifers? What time did you get up this morning?
6:30.
6:30. Wow.
This is a Hereford heifer, and if I were to mix a Hereford heifer and one of those heifers, and they were to have a calf, then it would look like a black and white heifer. Yeah.
So this is his hairbrush, pretty much. You're combing his hair this morning. That's pretty much what you're doing, aren't you?
Yeah. When they're older and after we show them, if we show them, then we usually breed them and let them have calves. So that's why those two are out there.
Are you just making them look pretty? What are you doing right now? What?
So you always want to brush them forward or else like their hair will get messed up.
You can also brush like up, like forward and up and then down, so their hair gets used to it. If like her butt or her tail is dirty where her whites aren't, use white in the shampoo. We always want the tail to have lots of hair on the ends, and so that you can point the tail up like that. If your heifer doesn't have like a lot of hair, that means you haven't been brushing on them and working with them at least 15 minutes a day, because then they can really lose your hair. So you always want to brush after you rinse. I feel to make sure that I can't feel like anything's fizzing or bubbling, and then rinse her whole body really good again and keep her back to the sun. Both sides of my family own a ranch or a farm and have cattle, but I have a lot of friends that I show with at the fair. In showmanship, it's kind of just like how your like my showing kind of looks, and you want to like when you're walking them around there, and you want to be looking at the judge. You want them to walk good and you want them to look nice. You want to start working with them 3 or more weeks or months before you show, so that they're used to like the brushes and like walking. The stick, you can make them slow down when you're walking them. When you try to set them up, you scratch on them so they can get anxious or something.
So you use the stripe stick essentially to help them set up their feet. We usually stall. How it works is that we stall with our 4-H club, so we'll be stalled with other cattle in the same vicinity as other kids that are in our club, and then they all kind of line them up. You all have your individual stalls that you have. That's part of it too, is that we have herdsmanship during 4-H, and so that's a big part of it, is keeping animals clean, keeping the stalls clean, and then, you know, having kids in the vicinity pretty much at all times so that they're constantly watching and taking care of animals. But, you know, you always have to be kind of on point when you're in the barn, because, you know, they're big and the animals are animals, and you can't, even with this one, she's very calm. But, you know, she gets spooked, or, you know, if she were to get bit, then that can create a major issue for the kids too. We started our kids off with younger animals. So Lily first showed what's called a bucket calf. So she started off with a bucket calf that she showed at the fair, which kind of helps introduce them and get them used to working with cattle and showing cattle. It also helps give them the opportunity to be with their peers. So we start them off when they're smaller so that they can get used to the animals. My husband and I, we were both involved in showing when we were younger. So it comes with a lot of work on our end as well. You know, there's the upfront costs of the heifers in and of themselves. There's the feed and everything that goes into that. So we had made the commitment to the kids that if they wanted to do this, that we would invest the money into the herd. So then that way they could have the cattle. Unfortunately, we haven't had a lot of heifer calves. We've had a lot of bulls. There's a lot of time and effort that's put in on both sides. The kids are also involved in baseball and softball. And so that makes things challenging at times. But this is something that they want to do, and they continue to want to do it. So then we put forth the time and money and effort and everything else into helping them be successful. If this is something that you were typically, that you were growing up doing, as opposed to something that maybe you were just introduced to, I would say, you know, as far as Seward County goes, there aren't as high of numbers of cattle as there used to be. I think it just kind of goes with what families are comfortable with. It's also, there's a significant amount of money that you put into feed in order to feed these animals. And that's not always
priority for
some families. We are actually a part of River Bottom Shamrocks.
Really?
Yep. So
I think I've ever heard of them. Are they?
So they're a somewhat newer club, but there's a lot of kids in that club who, again, they are our neighbors and they're our very close friends. You know, this is very much like our setup kids here, but then things look very different at the fair. When the animals get up, the kids will pick up manure and then they'll blow out their animals. They'll wash them daily. So the setup is it's very different. So you're kind of in a different mode. So we feed them morning and night out of feed pans so that they get used to that. And then we water them during the day with buckets so that they're used to drinking out of a bucket. And we typically have a radio going in there as well. So there's extra noise, so they're used to all of that. So there's a process that you're getting ready for just to go into the fair to help the animals be ready.
It's a whole process.
It's a lot of work. And then we pack up a camper and we take our camper in, and
That's where we sleep and take showers.
Oh, so you guys do the whole.
yeah. So, I mean, you have to stay down there with your animals because one, it's a safety issue. And that's part of it too, is that, you're investing the amount of time for that entire week to be there. And it's so great for the kids because they get to hang out with kids that they don't always see during the summer.
They bond over a common interest of theirs as well.
Yeah. And so they help each other out with their animals and getting animals to the wash rack. And yeah, it's a multi-family adventure.
Hi, I know you're not happy right now, but what do you think about all this?
This episode of the Discover Seward County podcast is brought to you by the Seward County Visitors Bureau. If you're bored of the same old vacations or looking for a small town adventure, the Seward County Visitors Bureau invites you to come visit Seward County, Nebraska, where friendly faces, local flavor, and unforgettable festivals await. Whether you're strolling Seward's charming downtown, catching the famous 4th of July celebration, or exploring hidden gems, there's always something to experience. Plan your visit today at sewardnebraskatourism.org. Your getaway starts here.
Welcome back, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed that 4-H segment. And speaking of 4-H, I have the beautiful Ann Dobesh here in the DSC studio. And what's your official title? Like what?
Yeah, so my official title is Extension Educator.
Okay.
And so with 4-H Youth Development Tech.
I just want to make sure we have somebody qualified in here.
Right?
But look,
Yeah,
you got the
yeah.
shirt on, you got the color coordination, the outfit.
course,
You know what you're doing. You know what's going on, right?
Exactly,
So let's start by what does your role, that title you just said to me, what does that role kind of consist of? What parts do you play in 4-H and then the extension office and beyond?
Absolutely. So we have a great team of people at our extension office. So sorry.
No,
voice
it's
is
okay.
cutting
No, it's kind of awkward when I throw a mic and 3 cameras in front of you and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, answer my questions.
Yeah, no worries at all. So I lead our team of 4-H staff to coordinate our local 4-H program here in Seward County.
Ooh.
And so we have, on our 4-H staff, we have 2 4-H assistants and then myself. And so our team works together to provide a wide range of 4-H experiences for youth. We lead volunteer training for our club leaders, lead a lot of workshops for youth who are involved in the 4-H program, and then we connect with kids through the school system, through our school enrichment program.
That's pretty cool. So do you use those programs to kind of get kids to join 4-H, or is it more already the kiddos are there? How does that work?
Yeah, so we are always looking at different ways to reach youth and to provide hands-on learning experiences for kids. And so that is why we offer a variety of different programs for youth in Seward County. So just looking at all the different layers and ways that we can reach kids where they're at and what makes most sense.
That's pretty cool.
But we absolutely would love to have as many kids as possible be a part of that 4-H club program where they're a member and can be highly engaged.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. So, okay, you personally, did you grow up doing 4-H, or when did this kind of start for you personally?
Did I grow up in 4-H?
Let me check my notes real quick. I don't think that's
I
a very good
did. Yeah. So my mom led a 4-H club and my dad led a 4-H
Wow,
club.
did they like compete against it? Was it at the same
There
time?
were 2 totally different clubs. My mom's club was Flour Power, FLOUR.
Okay.
So a little bit of
Okay,
baking involved
baking.
there. And then my dad led a livestock club. So they
Oh,
they
so
had
you
2
get
different interests.
Very different divisions. Didn't really cross over a
So
lot,
I grew
huh?
up with that, with both of my parents involved in the program.
I feel like it'd be kind of annoying sometimes, both mom and dad. Did you ever get a break from 4-H? How was that as a
Not
kid?
so much, but I loved it because it gave me a chance to see my parents in a different way when they were a 4-H leader to me.
compared
It
to a
was
parent,
yes, different experience. I was learning right from them.
Right.
So it was pretty cool.
So I do remember my 4-H experience. I was the computer science and space person and stand up in front of everyone and talk about the dwarf planets and whatnot. That was kind of my 4-H. What did you do more of the baking, more of the livestock when you were a kid? What did you more focus on?
Did a lot of everything.
Really?
So one of those all around 4-Hers. So baking, did sewing, did what was kind of the craft arts
Right.
areas, and then of course livestock, beef. We did sheep a couple of years and rabbits all the way through.
Rabbits.
Yes. Yes, that was our
We have a rabbit that's locked in my sister's room. I don't think she's seen sunlight in 10 years,
no.
but so maybe we'll put her in next year.
Yeah.
So you it sounds like you've been doing when you were a kid, you were really into 4-H. Because we've been touching on this a lot. Did those activities as a kid, did they help you when you went into adulthood or even to college? Talk a little bit about how, because I mean, that's kind of the vision of 4-H in the first place, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely. And the neat thing about 4-H is it gives kids a chance to be involved all the way. Now it's from 5 to 18. When I was in 4-H, you just wait until 8 years old to start. And now you can be involved at the age of 5.
Through Clover Kids, correct?
Clover
Yes.
Kids, which goes 5 to 7 years old. And, there are so many skills that you learn. So first of all, we have all these different projects, and we have something for everyone. Like you did the computers.
Right.
So we have rocketry, we have robotics. You can learn to cook, you can learn to sew, you can learn to design. But just trying lots of different things, you find out what it is you love to learn about, what it is that really sparks something in you, and that just gets you excited to learn. And which we need to do as adults.
Right.
We need to be able to learn to try new things, to just to keep learning.
That's funny you say that, because some of the never made it to state, got purple, but they never sent it to state. I don't know why. But I would make trick shot videos, and you edit through like the iMovie on the iPad and whatnot. And now fast forward, now I'm 22 and this is my job. I'm doing audio, I'm doing editing, and you know what taught me a lot of those things? What I did with 4-H. So that's a pretty cool connection, right?
It is really cool, and that's what we absolutely love to see and we see kids who find something and then it ends up being somehow related to their career. But even if it's not, they might gain a skill through the projects that they're learning that they're going to use later in life.
Was there ever a project that you did that didn't do so well ribbon-wise, and you're like, what is this? Was there any, or I feel like you got purple all the time.
Oh, no. So there were a lot more whites and reds given when I was in 4-H.
I was going to say, I feel like they're getting a little lenient nowadays.
Yeah.
So.
I had a T-shirt that I experimented with. It's like slick puffy paints or slick paints that come out of the tube. Didn't have a plan in mind at all. Just kind of squirted a design onto the T-shirt. And I got a white ribbon. Didn't do so well, but I had fun making it.
Well, see, that's what matters, right?
Yeah.
Did you interview judge for it or anything? Did they say?
We didn't have interview judging when I was in 4-H.
Really?
So
How new is that?
Oh gosh, it's been around at least 15 years, if not a little bit.
Since I've been in it,
I'm dating myself a little there, but yeah, the interview judging is really neat, where the kids get to sit down and they get to explain their project to a judge.
See, my mom always made me do. You would have like 15 to 20 projects you would enter. Yeah. So my mom made me interview judge for all of them, because the theory is you have a higher chance of getting a better ribbon if you talk to the judge.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it gives you a chance to explain it.
Explain
and
yourself.
They might not understand what you did.
I guess you really didn't have that opportunity with that T-shirt, huh?
Right, yeah. I didn't really have a vision for it.
So if I'm a parent or a mom and I'm kind of interested in enrolling my kids in a 4-H club or finding the right one, how would I go about doing that, do you think? think?
Yeah, they can contact our office, or if you're in another county, of course, you can contact your local extension office. So Seward County Extension, our phone numbers 402-643-2981, and our website is Seward, SEWARD.UNL.edu. Yeah.
Perfect. That's one of the best plugs we've ever had on this
right,
show.
for spelling Seward, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But so this it is current. What is today? Thursday when we're recording it. The
Yes.
county fair was last weekend.
Yes.
In your opinion, did it go smoothly? How do you think it went this year compared to say other
I
years?
think it went well. We didn't know what to expect with being 2 weeks earlier.
So it was 2 weeks.
A
It was
full 2 weeks
I thought it was only a
earlier.
week, but I guess
Yeah.
it is 2.
Yeah, so a different experience that way. So maybe some of those projects that people were hoping to get done didn't quite get
You
finished.
you should have seen our kitchen on Thursday morning. It was chaotic.
Yeah, there's
Right.
everything everywhere, right? Yeah. And so but I think it worked out really well. We tried some different things with the schedule too.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to hear feedback on that. But for the most part, from our perspective, things went well. The thing that plays such a big factor in it that we have no control over is weather.
Right.
And we ended up with a couple of days in there that were just beautiful and really helped out.
I agree. Well, the segment's coming up actually, but I went out there and I kind of did little interviews and asked people. I'm like, oh, what do you like about the fair?
Yeah.
But I'm wearing this like all black outfit, like a black like black dress pants.
Yeah.
I'm just sweating. Like what was I? What was I thinking? I don't.
Yeah, a couple of days in there that I was thankful that the whole fair wasn't like
Right.
that. Yeah.
Right. Lori Hamling and
Yes.
Julie Repke. I'm sure they work in the office. They're like, kid, what are you wearing? They're like, what are you doing? That's irrelevant.
I think the other thing that I would say is the opportunity that 4-H Kid gives kids to take on leadership roles and
Absolutely.
community service, because that's a part of it. We know about the projects, but the leadership and community service are such an important part of what kids can gain in 4-H.
What are some examples that go along with that? Because when people think 4-H, 9 times out of 10 they think the exhibits, the ribbons, stuff like that.
Right.
Could you touch on, maybe go deeper into the monthly meetings that the 4-Hers attend, or the volunteer like you just mentioned? Maybe touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, so we most kids that are in 4-H are in a 4-H club, and so they meet monthly throughout the year, and at those meetings, those are meant to be youth-led meetings. So they elect officers and serve as an officer for a year. So a youth member is serving as the president, the vice president, secretary, all of those roles where they have to learn, how do I lead a meeting? How do I keep notes at a meeting? How do I keep track of the finances in our 4-H club? So they can be learning those things from an early age and gain those skills throughout. And then they also get to work as a club to make decisions. And so there's some give and take there. Just even the ability to speak up and share an opinion is something that they're learning through those club meetings.
That's awesome. Well, I think I was maybe 11 or 12. I got voted vice president. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. But they didn't tell me that you have to sit in front. Like, you can't mess around with your friends in the back during the meeting. You have to actually sit up there. And then you have to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. Like, nobody told me that when I signed up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's safe to say that was my one term serving as vice president for the Shooting Stars 4-H Club.
But such a good thing, because it just plants the seeds of those confidence you have
And look,
today,
and that
right?
leadership, and now I'm leading an interview, right?
Exactly, right?
Well, Miss Ann, I really appreciate you coming in here. Is there any final words you'd like to say? Anything for the people?
The thing that I would say is that 4-H is for everyone. And so if you are between the ages of 5 and 18, we have something for you. We would love to help you get connected with a club or some particular project that your child could be interested in. And so, contact our office. We'd love to get you connected.
Well, Miss Ann, I really do appreciate you coming in here in the DSC studio and talking to us about 4-H a little bit.
Thanks, JJ. Really enjoyed it.
Where am I right now? I'm here at the Seward County Fair a week early this year, and we're going around asking people what their favorite thing about the fair is. Let's see if this tractor works. I found Julie Repke hanging out in the office here. Julie, what does 4-H mean to you personally?
Well, I grew up as a 4-H'er. My mom was a 4-H leader, so I've got a personal connection. My children were also in 4-H because I believe in the program, and the lessons learned, not only the project areas that they learn and grow in, but the leadership portion of it.
Absolutely.
Just learning to play well with others helps you to become your best.
Absolutely.
You know, JJ, to me, 4-H, in the years that I've been here at the Extension Office and helping Seward County 4-H'ers, it's watching these kids at ages 5 through 7 continue to grow through their projects, and then you see them at age 18 and they're thriving in their project areas. It's just the growth, like Julie had said, it's the growth that you see in their projects, their leadership, their community service, all the above. They're just good, well-rounded kids.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Found Carter Fritz hiding in the corner over here. Carter, what does FFA mean to you personally?
FFA means a place where a bunch of kids can have fun and learn about agriculture. Have fun with agriculture, learn about agriculture. Like today we're learning about all these new animals. We could do that a lot. I like helping the community. It's fun to like see all the people and know that you're helping them. We do some cookouts and a bunch of other stuff for them, so that's cool.
That's awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
What is this animal? What are your guys' favorite parts of the fair so far?
I like the ferrets.
The ferrets?
I like the barbecue.
The barbecue's your favorite? How about you?
I like the big bunny.
The big bunnies?
Me too. I like the big bunnies also.
The big bunnies? That's exciting. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I found Ron Wallman over here. Ron, personally, what is your favorite part about the county fair?
Food.
Food?
Oh, absolutely food. It's got to be the food.
One word answer? That's it?
Yeah, one word food, yeah. I'm kind of a barbecue guy, so the Lighthouse barbecues that's my favorite, but everybody's good.
Robin, what is your personal favorite thing about the county fair?
Bringing grandkids.
Grandkids?
Bringing all the grandkids and letting them see the chickens and the cows and the petting zoo and all that stuff.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. You.
I am with the Honorable Senator Jana Hughes. Miss Jana, what is your favorite part about the county fair?
Okay, well, thanks for asking, JJ. I'm here with my daughter, visiting from Kansas City because the fair is so fun. Wow. We start with the food, so that's number one. But I grew up 4-H, and I know you did too.
I did. Yes, I did.
So we started there, and I love the 4-H exhibits. So that's what I love. I love everything about the fair.
Everything.
I always come. You got to come down. It's part of growing up. Like it was the best part of summer. So
awesome.
All of it.
That's a pretty good answer. So, Joanne, what is your favorite part of the county fair?
Probably the exhibits.
The exhibits. Any specific ones, or?
I like the quilts, and and 4-H.
4-H.
Yeah.
Did you enter any quilts in here? Is this any of your work? Yes.
Yes.
Which one?
None of them are mine.
Oh.
None of them are mine, yeah.
Marty, let's start with you. What is your favorite thing about the county fair?
Well, I've been helping with the county fair since 1988, I think.
Wow.
And every year I see old friends, people I only see once a year at the fair, and it's kind of like a reunion, and it's just fun to see everybody's
That's awesome.
creativity too. There's always something new and different.
That's awesome. How about you, Sharon? What?
Well, I have 11 grandchildren, and they're all showing animals.
Wow.
So from pigs to cows to baby calves, so that's probably the most fun for me.
You had a busy weekend, huh?
Yes, we still have a busy weekend.
Well, thank you, ladies. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Now joined by my best friend in the world, Emerson. Emmy, what is your favorite part about the fair personally?
I like the food. Some good food.
Food, that's it? That's it? Not the talking pig behind you?
And the story time.
And story time. I'm joined now with Lily. Lily, what does 4-H mean to you personally? Thank you very much, Lily.
I love guinea pigs.
I love guinea pigs too.
All right, well, that'll do it for this episode. We want to thank all of the people who took their time to sit down and chat with us. Always want to thank JJ and Miss Pat for their time. Any closing thoughts from you guys?
My gosh, I don't have a thought. I don't have, except, you know what?
We broke you.
We did. You wore me right out. You know what? Except do take the time right now, before school starts, to experience and discover Seward County. And I mean that literally. Get out in your car. But another caution. And because I have folks coming on Friday, and they're going to get the Little Brown Box tour to go out to the Bohemian Alps, which is just lush and luxuriant right now at this time of year. But one caution, you guys be careful when you're out and about right now in Seward County, because our corn is just a-growing. So you stop at every corner. So
I agree.
There could be a pickup, there could be a tractor, there could be a herd of turkeys. You never know.
Almost got clipped the other day. I'm pretty sure it was my fault, but yeah.
And slow down on gravel.
Yes.
If you end up on the
Oh,
gravel.
gosh, yes.
We've seen some people. I have a friend who at one point was foolishly driving 70 on gravel.
Oh, yeah.
Hit a little bump, went over it. When he hit back down, his wheels, he was in like a rear-wheel drive car, and just zoom right into the field. He walked away from it.
Yeah.
By the grace of God and the goodness of the universe. But
Yeah.
otherwise. So be careful out there. Thanks everybody again for watching. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else too. We'll catch you next time. This episode of the Discover Seward County podcast was brought to you by the Seward County Visitors Bureau, Sweet Tea Marketing, Hughes Brothers, Union Bank and Trust, GBE, and Pet Stores.